Welcome back to the Brad Sesmat Show. I'm Jordan Ham, and we're continuing our discussion on the GCU Lopes as in their first trip to the NCAA tournament. They have a tall task ahead of them in the first round, facing the number 2 Iowa Hawkeyes. Plenty of great talent on that team, and we're joined by the head coach, Coach Fran McCaffery, their highest seed since 1987. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be with you, Jordan.
So with this team, you've had plenty of teams that have been able to make it to March Madness, able to make it to the tournament and make some pretty good runs. But this team, we mentioned 1987. That's been a while since you guys have been a 2 seed. What has stuck out about this team that has helped separate them from past teams you've coached?
This is a veteran group. You know, I've never had the National Player of the Year before, that's for sure. I've coached Conference Players of the Year. Of course, Luka was that twice as well. But, you know, we have a record-setting point guard as well. We have really good wing players. And I think the other thing is we probably have more depth than any of the other teams that I've had. And we've always had some good teams. We've gotten to the tournament. We've won some games. But, you know, this team has been able to sustain injury, sustain, you know, a COVID year, sustain being successful in, you know, what is clearly the best conference in the country. So night in and night out, you're playing ranked opponents. So I think, you know, when you factor all those things together, it makes it for a unique situation. I'm really proud of how our team has responded.
Mm-hmm. Luka Garza already at the top of many categories in the Iowa record books. What makes him such a special player that he can be on that national stage and continue to perform at such a high level?
You know, pretty much from the minute he got here, you know, he wasn't afraid of the moment. You know, he's on a big stage and he performed well. But I think the thing that impressed me is he was never satisfied. So he was really good, but he got better. He was better as a sophomore. He was better as a junior. He's been better as a senior. And as you can imagine, as you progress through your career and you become the focal point of the other team's defense, so it makes it harder to consistently produce and to put up the numbers that he's put up. So, you know, I think it's a testament to his character, to his work ethic, to his commitment on a year-round basis to being great.
Mm-hmm. In the first round, you're going to be facing a very excited, probably a very emotional number 15 seed in GCU, making their first tournament appearance. In your research so far, what jumps out to you about the Lopes and what Coach Drew is doing over here in Arizona?
Very impressive group in a lot of ways. Obviously, I've known Bryce a long time. He's done a terrific job. But you know, they run good stuff. They have a tremendous point guard in Blackshear. They've got really good low post players, low post action. They run good actions. Their wing players are really good. They go off the dribble. You know, Dixon and Frayer. I mean, they've got guys, McMillan. But the other thing is they've got some depth. McLaughlin comes off the bench, and he's really good. I mean, they've got a bunch of guys that they can go to that provide different things and present challenges for whoever lines up against them. So, you know, as I always say, you know, when you look at a team like this, I mean, they won the regular season. They won the postseason tournament. So they're here because they won their way here. They didn't win the lottery. They're here because of what they've accomplished on the floor consistently. And I think that's the other thing that has impressed me. They have consistently performed well, and they play both ends.
Mm-hmm. When you look at this matchup, Iowa Hawkeyes, one of the best offenses in the country, GCU, one of the best defenses in the country. How do you try to get them off balanced on that side of the basketball and make sure that you guys can take care of business here on the court?
Yeah, we really respect, you know, how they guard and how they compete, and we know we're going to see that. You know, but, you know, for us in the Big Ten, you're seeing really good defensive teams. You're seeing some teams are more talented offensively. Some teams are bigger. Some teams are smaller and quicker. So it's great preparation for this tournament because we've seen just about everything you're going to see as it relates to defense, offense, transition. Some are more physical than others. Some are more finesse. But it's one of those things where, you know, we have played really good teams that are locked in defensively. Michigan State, for example, there's a lot of similarities. They're always near the top in defense because of how they play. Now, sometimes their numbers are a little different because they're trying to score in the 90s as well. So there's going to be more possessions, but it's I think a situation where we've seen this before, but we just have to go out and execute it, on that game, on that day. And that's the challenge. And that's what this tournament presents for everybody who's here.
You've had plenty of teams that have gone to the tournament, sometimes as lower seeds and played spoiler in the first and second round. With those teams, what's typically your message to them when they're facing maybe a much higher seed in this case?
Yeah, I think you stay the course. You're confident in your own skin. You're used to winning. You won the regular season. You won the tournament. They play together. They share the ball. They execute at both ends. I don't think you're going to want to come in and change anything. You do what you do. It's worked. And I think that was my message when I was in that situation as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, on the flip side, you as a 2 seed, what's the message? Is that consistency the continued message for you and your team this year?
Yeah, exactly. You respect your next opponent, whoever that is. Now we're on a bigger stage and we're in a situation where we're playing a winning program and we would like to advance just like they would. So, we're not going to change a lot of what our philosophy is and what we've done to be successful.
Coach, we appreciate the time and the insight. Good luck this weekend and the rest of the way for you.
Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate it.